Now, a lot of the assets that I chose to go ahead and go through today are ones that need work and aren't absolutely perfect, okay, or require changing of the product altogether, or require changes in the actual video or the actual copy. Okay, so when I'm going through these, I'm not going to be perfect. These things are going to be needing work here, and I'm going to be explaining why they need work, where they need work, and how to make it better to give you actual actionable steps to make it that much better, guys. I'm going to be going ahead and auditing this product in front of you guys. So not only can you see my mindset behind actually what I'm thinking when I look at products, but also the certain implementations that I actually put forth to make it so we can make a product better if you choose a proper marketing angle, okay? There's a lot of different kind of things that go into choosing products, as you guys know, okay? Certain things require, obviously understanding the benefits, understanding, the actual value, the perceived value of the product, the whole product index, but also being able to go ahead and notice differentiations compared to other items in the marketplace. As I'm, scrolling through, taking a look at the landing page, overall, it's a good start. Okay. But obviously there's a few things we need to change and a few things that we want to go ahead and take note of before we even start talking about the product at all. Okay. So first and foremost, we see that we have our green buy it now button here. So all of us know, we always like to have a green buy it now button, regardless of the actual color scheme of the landing page or the website, because green converts at a higher rate. Okay, you get a better conversion rate with the green button, obviously. One thing I want you to understand as well is congruency sells. Okay, congruency sells, organization sells, and disorganization and messy, sloppy things don't sell. Okay, so you could have a great product, and just because you set something up a bit disorganized, it could really drastically affect your conversion rate. Now, what I want to walk you through here is the fact that our buy now button here is fine. That's great. But we want to go ahead and make sure that this trust badge is actually center aligned with the buy it now button. Okay. Especially on mobile. Okay. It should be very, very congruent with the button, not only for mobile, but changing it for desktop as well. Keep in mind, obviously, nearly 80 to 90% of your actual sales and traffic will be coming from mobile, but that's no reason to go ahead and just kind of, not make the desktop look extremely proper and properly lined. So please, on desktop specifically, okay, make this, because I checked on mobile, look better, but it still needs to be edited slightly. I need you to go ahead and make sure the trust badge is center aligned with the buy now button to make it look more congruent, and also make sure when you make that adjustment, it also looks good on mobile. Now, secondly, one thing I want to go ahead and bring up as well is your actual quote here. Okay, your quote here is phenomenal. That's great. But what you need to understand as well is the rhetoric is half the battle. The other half of the battle is how you present it as at an aesthetic actual angle. Okay, so people like to read, they like to go through your content, they like to get a visualization of what you're talking about, but people are not going to read the entire thing. They're not going to go ahead and really take it seriously if it's not properly aligned. So for example, you have your quote here, which is great. One thing I recommend you do is oftentimes when I create quotes and I'm creating like testimonials on the landing page, I'll change the actual font as well as the text size. Okay, so oftentimes it could be smart to make the quotes actually smaller. Okay, smaller and bold, just like you have here, but also, keeping this separate from your first paragraph. Okay, so this should be moved up and it should be center aligned along with the actual trust badge, the buy it now button. So do you see how not having a center aligned trust badge as well as buy it now button is offsetting the congruency of our quote down below? When you have a structure in a landing page, you should be following it throughout the entirety of the description and the landing page. The reason I'm so strict here, guys, with this, and I have the team be so strict with actually making sure our landing pages are nearly flawless, is because as you're going through the testing phase, okay, you're going to have a bunch of losers and you have some winners. Okay, you're going to have way more losers than winners. And in order for you to go ahead and really cut that list down as quickly as possible, to find that winner as quickly as possible, just like tons of us have done through exactly what I'm about to go ahead and share, is keeping the consistency of the correlation of a properly created landing page the entire time. So you don't want to just create one good landing page and half-ass the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then maybe create the good sixth. No, create a proper structure that works well with you, that is approved by us, and then keep that product to product to product. This way, as you're testing items, you know it's not your landing page or your structure or your alignment or your congruency or your writing that's causing you to see many losers. Okay, when you keep a controlled variable like this would be here, you're keeping the same consistency and congruency throughout the entire time and just changing the product. That's when you know you are doing things proper and it's the product that's going to be driving the result, and it's not the landing page that's going to be lowering your consistency or your sales flow. Okay, this needs to be spaced out properly. Okay, this is proper spacing. Okay, you have nice benefits and reasonings to buy the product here, and these are nicely organized. But overall, you need to have media and video or images, okay, centered throughout the actual description to go ahead and bring more of an imagery kind of portioning through this specific landing page. Meaning, not only should you have probably a photo in between right here, okay, right here, but you should also probably have a few between every single one showcasing, okay, the actual record, the record time. Right here, show an example of it being used in day and night, okay, and showcase the people that it actually works in night properly. Okay, you should be showcasing examples, visuals of every single point that you're making. In every landing page, let's say you list like 8 different benefits. You don't have to go ahead and showcase an image of every single benefit. But the way that you have it showcased here, you're highlighting these points, and there's not too many where it would make sense to go ahead and showcase a visual for each one of them. Obviously, you're aware that you need to put reviews here as well, correct? I want to make sure that you're actually choosing the ones that are relevant to what you're selling and the ones that actually have proper English grammar. Okay, a lot of the times we have individuals import reviews that are in different languages, okay, that most people that we're targeting in the core 4 won't be able to read. If you're going to go ahead and import different language reviews, make sure that the language is a native language that is being used in the markets that you're marketing to. Okay, so you don't want to have, for example, like Japanese writing if we're not marketing to Japan, right? We're only going to be marketing to specific core 4 countries. So you don't want to import those actual reviews that resemble not the core 4 English languages, okay, or languages. That's the most important part about your reviews, okay, because reviews could make it for you, but they could also break it for you. If you have a review app with no reviews, that's doing way more harm than it is positives, because that showcase that says no one really bought or likes your product. Okay, you have a nice little intro statement, okay, which I want you to put through Grammarly again. Okay, I want you to start focusing less on the little measurements and more on how these specific measurements are going to impact the actual item being used. So with your rhetoric, even though you write well, one thing I do want to go ahead and make sure that you're aware of is that when you're going through here, and this goes for everybody, okay, who writes their copy, okay, you don't want to go ahead and explain the boring portions, okay? You want to explain the portions that actually have lots of flavor and lots of resonations with them for people who are reading the actual copy. What I mean by this, for example, you have, record nighttime adventures, high performance day, night, large viewing screen, okay? So let's say for large viewing screen, right? If this is bigger than majority of your competition, you should go ahead and start advertising the fact that your screen is larger than your competition, leading your actual clients who buy the product from you to go ahead and have more success hunting, fishing, whatever, what have you, okay? They're buying this, okay? They're buying this to be better at their craft on it. They're not buying this to be sold on 2 inches more screen or, 16 more centimeters. They're being sold on the results of having a larger screen, of having 16 more centimeters, okay? They're being sold on the results of those differentiations. So ladies and gents, please don't be caught up in the misconception that you need to go ahead and include every little damn detail about the differentiation. You should be including every damn detail about the result caused by that differentiation, okay? Because if you're showcasing the result of that differentiation, because that differentiation is taking place on that product and not on the other competition or items out there, they won't have that result in place. They won't be able to utilize that result as a marketing angle or a specific benefit of their product. I want you to start focusing on the results of the differentiations here and focusing on creating more thorough and more a better visualization through the marketing angle by using these specific benefits. Because you have a lot of them here with this product, man. I know we all just want to go ahead and get the product up as soon as we possibly can and start marketing it and throw it up to ads. That's the fun part, right? But I'm telling you what, you spend more time now doing research, doing congruency with your copy, making sure you're hitting all these points that I'm mentioning, spending more time now, you'll spend much less money later. So it's important you guys understand these things, okay? When I first started off, I was the same type of way. But one thing that I did do is I was a perfectionist with my landing pages, my copy, which caused me, to take longer to get it done. But overall, being a perfectionist is good as long as you don't really you understand that it's never going to be actually perfect, okay? Getting as close to being perfect as possible in a timely manner is the goal here, okay? But overall, you want to make sure you are hitting these points. So not only should you be going ahead and showcasing more of the actual results from the benefits for why this is worth it to buy over a double the price actual binocular, because people who are reading this are people who are going to be wanting to be saving money rather than going ahead and buying name brands from Dick's Sporting Goods, Modell's, or Cabela's. If you're selling items in a craft, these people typically are well versed and know what they're looking for. So you have to go ahead and showcase why it's worth it to go ahead and spend less money with you, but still get substantial and proper results. Or high perceived value rhetoric, okay, and a bit more explanation on the benefits of the results of the product. Does that make sense?